Everybody thinks I have no life, which I technically don't because my life is pretty much centered around work for the time being.
Right.
But every time I hear somebody say, "Oh, I have my kids," or "I gotta do this, I gotta do that," I'm like, "My nigga, you still gotta show up for it, just like me."
Right.
You know. And I've always had stupid schedules like that. Mondays and Thursdays off, no weekends like that. Like
Right.
I've been so used to it now, bro. It is what it is. Like I'm not.
I don't know.
I get pit.
I need 2 days off.
My cousin
I need it.
was so crazy. Remember when you used to see me just get up and go to work?
Yeah.
Like you would hear nothing, and like 30 minutes before you hear me leave, you hear their alarm ring.
Yeah.
And then alarm ring probably like 15 minutes before I leave, and then all of a sudden you just see me come out.
Yep. Come out the woodwork.
Ready. Completely dressed.
Dressed, yeah. Sweatshirt on, necklace, all of it.
Everything. And I'm gone. And I'm fucking gone.
Yep.
My cousin was sitting there saying, "Yo, I don't know how you freaking do it, bro." I was like, because he's like, "I gotta get coffee, I gotta get this, I gotta get that." I'm like, bro, I just wake up. So all in all, thank you so much for having me on this little ditty.
This little podcast here.
This little ditty of a podcast. Do you have a title for it? Are we doing anything with this? What are we doing with this? What's going on?
Listen. We'll figure it out. Let's just get a fucking recording and then we'll fucking name it and then we'll fucking go from there.
I've been good with it. But no, I don't really fault my DM or anything like that. Like this job, it's a job. Like I had to give myself like the most ridiculous pep talk yesterday.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Like the most ridiculous pep talk, and it was a hard day because every single day that I'm going in now for work, it's just been like, oh, you have to handle X, Y, and Z, and we're going back to back to back to back to back. But it's like it's an old dude, and I've been more on focused on my role and what I'm trying to do. At the same time, I'm just like, yo, I'm putting out every single fire this guy is having right now.
Yeah.
Like it's
a growing store, let me put it that way.
And the funny part is, it's like he's an older Jamaican, which is funny. And at the same time, I'm kind of like, at the end of the day, this is probably like prophetic, seeing like an older version of what I possibly can be. But at the same time, bro, Jesus Christ, bro, I'm seeing this shit like, is this where I'm gonna be? Is this what I'm gonna do? And it's like,
It's just the income.
It's yo. I had this old dude. I had to put on some tunes in the back. In my head. No, this is really deep. Now I'm really starting to think about this. This is really deep because to me, what's funny is how crazy a lot of the situations end up being with a lot of the people that come into the store. And this old guy came through and he was just sitting there saying like, yo, who's your DM? Who's this? Who's that? And he's just an old dude just walking through and he had like a cane or whatever like that. And it was like Monday. And he's like, yo, what are you doing around here, man? I'm like, yo, I'm just working, man. He's like, yo, realize these guys don't care about you, bro. You're assistant manager? I'm like, yeah, I'm assistant manager. He's like, yo, get out of here. Just take the money and run. I was like, yo, I'm trying to go to school. I'm doing whatever. He's like, yo, they do not care about you, bro.
Corporate America at its finest.
And what was tripping me out is like, he was looking around, he was asking certain questions about the store. It's like old questions. And I was like, I didn't even ask him, but I had a feeling like, yo, you used to work for this bitch, didn't you? Like that shit. Cause I feel the time.
Yeah,
I feel at
you got
times.
that
I
vibe.
feel it. I feel at times. I'll go back to an old store of mine, or go to where I go to JCPenney all the time now. All the time now.
Nah, that's
And
traumatized. I haven't been to one since I worked there.
but it's funny when you go back and you know the sauce. You know what's going on behind the scenes. That's what trips me out. That's what trips me out going back to Chipotle. I don't go to Chipotle no more
Yo, you know
because
you're
it's.
trippy, man.
I've been back to Men's Warehouse. For my friend's
That's
wedding.
trippy.
For my friend's wedding, I put together the white one,
Yeah.
a nice setup for the wedding, bro. And I went to this was in Texas, and I went to the Men's Warehouse close by my job, and when they had all my stuff, bro, this is my problem. Like, I don't really ask for my help, but this is my problem, right? As soon as I got in there, they were fucking packed. They were packed, right? Everybody's like this, that, and the third, whatever, like that. I go up to one of the associates. I said, "Yo,
Oh man.
can I borrow your tape measure?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." Gives me the shit, bro. I measured my pants, my shirts. I got the
Damn.
tie. I did all this stuff on the side, and they were just looking at me like, I'm not even saying on some big boy stuff, but it was like I took the boys' tape measure and I just did the whole shit to myself. I said, I don't need no help. I
No
said, I
help.
don't need.
No
I
help
said, I
needed.
don't need no help, right? So then I go up to the register, right? Right?
You.
God bless moms, because the beautiful thing is my mom, beautiful thing about my mom, she wants to keep me classy from day one, from the A1. She's
Realist
kept
G.
me
Realist G.
class, realist
Realist.
G, right? So
Realist.
she gave me
Realist.
like 300, right? 300 to go get the suit, right? Because
Oh
this
yeah,
was
I think I remember
this
you telling me this. Yeah.
this is a wedding. This is
Yeah.
a wedding in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
So I get all this. I get all this stuff. I had the shoes already. The thing came up to like 275 because it's the shirt, the ties, the jacket, the
Oh yeah,
pants.
it stacks up quick.
Two set,
Quick.
but I copped it for 275 because it was paisley and gray. I loved it was the red suit guys that I had for my birthday, bro. Once I find a brand, I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
It was
No, I feel
so
it.
they got me. They like, once the Men's Warehouse started stocking that. Before I left, I said, yo, I'm gonna go right back. Had the flower print on the inside, whatever. So I go up to the register, right? This young dude, I think he was the assistant manager, but he might have been associate. So he's ringing me up. He's like, yo, bro, thank you so much for taking your time with stuff, because we were being stacked. And I'm like, yo, I used to work here, man. Like, I know how it gets. He's like, honestly, you used to work for Men's Warehouse. You need to come back. I'm just like, I'm good.
I'm good. Thanks. Thanks for the opportunity.
I'm good.
Thank you for the opportunity.
So it makes me wonder, because okay. So this is the funny thing about my current situation. This is what kind of gets me mad about my dreams and my aspirations and stuff like that. I'm good at my job.
Right.
That's the thing that kind of sucks about it, because
You're good at it. You're good at it.
it's kind of like cold.
Bittersweet.
So
Bittersweet.
the manager that left, right? And I wouldn't want to fault it on him, because it was like, we're really going against the numbers. Yes, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop.
So the funniest thing was, when my chill, laid back manager left, we were going against the COVID numbers already, right? And since my new manager came, the Jamaican one came, we've been tripling the numbers. Bro, it's stupid. Like, I didn't get my I didn't get my bonus. I didn't get my bonus from the previous quarter, but realistically, like, this one, I know for a fact I'm getting a bonus this time around.
Oh yeah. Guaranteed.
But the
Guaranteed.
thing about it is, when you look at the split, even when I'm just like, honestly, it's not a factor that I'm like tired or anything like that. It's like, yo, the hours, especially with the work that I put in, don't match up. Don't match.
What do you mean? Like
It
like the work you put in, as in like what you're selling?
it's the commission feeling. The work that I put in doesn't match up with the pay.
Right.
But the only thing I can take solace in is, well, not only thing, but one of the best things I can take solace in is like me doing a good job is recognized by these Florida people, bro. Like
Right.
it's insane. Like what was it? Like I think like a week ago or maybe 2 weeks, this Asian lady, this Vietnamese lady, she comes in and she specifically, I remember telling you the story. She specifically came in
Yeah.
and I can't read like language. Like I can't like I can't speak their language, but it's like at the same time I was checking their body language and checking what they were saying about me. The time she came in with her daughter, she specifically asked me when I was working, and I'm like, because I'm standing there doing the water test and all that stuff, and I'm like watching her talk to her daughter. And I'm just like, yo, is she fucking with me? Like, like, and it was like an intuition type thing first, right? So then I gave her my schedule, now she comes in with her dad. Her dad comes in and everything like that.
Oh, here we go.
And every single time, because what's funny is this is it goes back. Oh, Scott, I'm gonna say this. This is probably why I know that I'll probably be good for the rest of my life.
Oh shit.
When I work and I have a method, even though it might not like align with like corporatees and like everything corporate, does, whatever like that. When I work, like I honest to God know exactly what I'm doing. Like from beginning to middle and end. Like it's like a science experiment because
routine.
So what I'm about to explain is this is because the reason why she specifically wanted to come to me is because I didn't slam her. Like I didn't slam her with product.
Yeah. Yeah.
And specifically, and this is not like a point of contention with my current manager, but I explained this from before. The reason why people and here's the thing. He's older. He knows what he's talking about. He's been involved because his previous job was a manager at Pep Boys. But the tenements of selling in retail, which I know I've educated you a little bit on, Mikey, from time from before. You have to take care of the customer and take care of yourself.
Yes.
If you don't build trust. So his whole idea is this. He's like, yo, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z and go above and beyond for you, like off Jump Street, right? And it's good because it reflects, the numbers getting back and people getting good rapport, but he doesn't finish.
Yeah.
I've always had this issue with slammers, bro.
Yeah, because it's hard to finish when you slam.
So with this specific lady, she had a green pool, and I known her from when she came in the first time with her family and had a cleaner that was broken, one of them old Hayward shits, like one of them old one of them old little white shits, right?
Yeah.
So when she came in the other time, I was off, and she's like, yo, your manager told me to buy like 6 bags of shock and this and that and this and that, and it made it worse. And I was like, word? No idea. Like, no fucking idea. And I'm just like, I bet. All you gotta do is still showing green. And she has like a massive pool. Like, it's not massive, but it's like, covered and everything like that.
Yeah,
but
good size.
And I said, yo, grab this green to clean. Take 1 bag of shock, kill these phosphates, and you should start seeing it clear up. And she's like, yeah, I mean, this happened from before, and the time I came and did it with you, it cleared up before. I don't know what he did. Why would he make me do that? And this is the quagmire I'm in. This is the situation, because now I got to defend him and the store.
No, you just get your own store and run it the way you want to run it.
But that's what I'm saying. And I have to this is the situation where I have to defend him at the same time, but I have to, say at the end of the day, you have to listen to me, not him.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. But here's the thing. Build that rapport with those customers and then let them know when you're going to your new store, hey, listen, I'm going to be over here. If you want to make the commute, I'll be here. You can trust me.
I'll be here for you.
And then you have customers, you have reoccurring customers.
So all in all, I want to say for my life so far, even saying that, because moving over here and dealing with a lot of this stuff, just Florida shit. But at the same time, it's like I felt like I fulfilled, like not yet, but like if or probably whenever I try to get this general manager position, I fulfilled the retail dream. It's over. I have nothing
Mastered it.
else to
Mastered
like
it.
that like mastered it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like running my own store, and that's always been a thing that's been said to me.
Yeah. And I mean, once that happens, then you can prove yourself on why you're doing shit the right way.
So it's kind of crazy, but it's like, it's one of those things where even now as I get older, and I'll tell you the truth, it's just kicking my ass.
Yeah.
These it doesn't really even seem fair at times, but I kind of was like, yo, at the end of the day, you're still doing a lot, you're still working on different things, and your body's trying to respond the best way it can. It comes with it. It comes with the energy. It comes with the energy when I need it. When I need it, I need it, and it comes with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just short bursts. You don't have endurance.
But now it's like I don't even feel sleep anymore. Like it's like sleep is at least sleep is kind of like rest, but I don't have a time on it. Like
you're not getting REM sleep.
Well, no, I am. I had a dream the other day. Yeah, it was kind of freaky because I don't really dream all that much.
Yeah, neither do I.
Which is funny.
If at all.
Which is funny.
Yep.
Which is funny. But all in all, I feel like when things have gotten to the point they are now, and I've reached this age, and I've been dealing with a lot of different stuff. Like every day is a freaking challenge, bro. And it's what we were saying from before. Like I was really thinking about my comments, or the other time I was on, when I was just like, yeah, I would rather be here when the apocalypse happens. And I thought about it, I was just like, yeah, no, I'm still good with that.
Yeah.
Like I'm still
like you're ready.
Like
you're ready. Like I'm prepared for anything.
And it's like
Florida's gonna be fine in an apocalypse, so let's be real.
Yeah,
gonna come together and make the one pseudo state in the entire world.
Tyler. Thank you. Exactly. Yeah.
I think
that's a fact, though. That's a fucking fact.
They put the fucking zombies or whatever it is on a spit roast and eat that.
Yeah,
man.
Right. Yeah.
Man, and you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? Maybe it's happening to me, and maybe it's like a thing with Florida, but I've seen so many customers. So there's this thing that I realize is probably like the cordyceps going into my brain from Florida. Is every time some customer comes in and they forget their wallet, I'm like, why the fuck would you forget your wallet when you're coming to buy something, bro?
That's bad. I've had that happen a couple of times, yeah.
But wait a minute. 2 times this week it happened to me, and I had to pay with Apple, and I had to pay with Apple Pay. I completely forgot my wallet, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm starting to become like them.
Yep, you're forgetting your fucking wallet. You're crazy, bro. See, my wallet is my phone. So
mine used to be, but then the thing broke.
Oh fuck.
The thing broke, so now I have my
I just got this new one
with the pop socket. Do you still have that XR?
Yeah. This shit's running great still too. I have no problems with batteries, nothing.
That's actually amazing. You changed the battery. You had to change the battery.
No.
For an XR?
I swear to God, it's running great. It still holds the battery perfectly. See, here's the thing, Troy. I'm barely on my fucking phone.
That is impossible.
I'm barely on my phone, dog. Seriously.
That's hard to believe.
I swear to God, if anything, I'm on my PC more than anything else. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Now that I think about it, yeah, you weren't on your phone much when we were living together. No, not much, but
I was a conversationalist. Unless you were about to knock or we were watching something, that's probably the only time I'd jump on the phone.
So, the album.
Yeah, let's hear it. DJ Troy 23, let's fucking hear it. What's happening in the life of the musician?
It is so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
So
I've heard.
I've never taken so much time with one single thing in my life.
That's a good thing though. That's a good thing. Because that means you're pouring your shit into it. It's not just a quick set and done. Like, okay.
And honest to God, like this has been the most so it's the legit 8th time that I've tried to record like a full project. Like the thing I'm realizing now, especially about music and how it's getting churned out so fast, like
so fast.
Like
ridiculous.
I have a tough time. I have a tough time trying to acknowledge the fact that I've been doing this for the good part. For the good part of I started professionally trying to rap 2009. I legitimately tried to be professional, like go professional in 2006. Yeah. When I was 16. I remember, like I told you that DJing first, then the rapping, then the producing. Once everything started melding to each other. So lately, which has been bugging me out, is the progression in how the raps started catching up to everything else. Because I always like my progression with writing songs and working on like tracks has always been, yo, there's a nice beat. This is what I want to say to it. And I want to, get through the whole thing. When I look at it and the fact that I kept it hidden from the beginning, and I was like, I just don't want people to say I'm trash, because I'm going to say I'm trash forever.
Yeah, but you're going to get haters.
But at first it was like rapping in the dorms. Then my best friend, and what's so crazy about my best friend, God bless his soul, the fact that he was so fucking like, it was like one of those Kendrick comparisons. It was like one of those, yo, I just started doing da da da. He's like, word, this is what I got, and it fucking was just like,
bam, just in it, like a switch.
And instantly, and he's like, oh yeah, my older brother even raps better. I'm like,
what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? My first question would be like, what are y'all doing, and how are you going about?
And this is in Brooklyn. That's why I was like,
Brooklyn.
That's why I was like, the city still has those little gems.
Yes. Oh yeah. And every borough.
And I feel as though that's one of the things where I was like, it's like that meme I posted. I'm like, I don't say I'm from America at times. Like when I'm traveling, whatever, I'll say I'm from New York.
Right.
Like it's New York has those random little musical creative gems that end up, it's insane. But anyways, so when I linked up with him and started doing the first one, the Mind of a Dropout series, I was like, I'm still doing all this DJing stuff, and this is how I divide my creativity. There's always different lanes. So what my brain tends to do is pick a lane at a certain time, and all that energy I was telling you from before, those short bursts, get that dedication to it.
Right.
So as I'm basically working with him and teaching myself how to rap and write songs, my DJ lane, this is legitimately, oh, I love this now, so I can give you a complete backstory. This is 2 years before that magazine.
Right.
2 years before the magazine. So what I did was I put the DJing into a lane where it's like, I remembered it the other day, I probably did about 1,000 shows in a 2-year span in a college circuit. In about a 2-year span. This is about from 2009 to 2011. And when I started thinking about it, I was like, yo, like same thing like the retail. If I can keep this thing doing what it's doing, right, and just show up, set up everything. Like I used to do like a personal time when I can set up the equipment, get everything ready. Like my personal time is like 8 minutes and 43 seconds
Right.
to set up a whole entire DJ set. So once that was good, and I had work, I had my job, I was trying to go to school, and at the same time going to my boy's crib and rapping in his mom's living room, you know, like it started developing. So the first album,
Damn. Yep.
the first album, '09, wasn't all that. You know, it was just like just a chasm of a whole bunch of just songs. Then the second one, that Turntables one, we basically set everything off for me because now at this time, I have a groove, I have, you know, a voice. I'm starting to actually discover like how I can sound on a track, and the feedback I'm getting, I'm just like, oh, okay. When I printed this out, it was on CD, and this was like one of the first things. Like I went to my boy's crib in Lower East Side, Manhattan, and he's like, "Yo, this is history. You're gonna sign this?" I said, "Is this my first signature?" Like,
right. It's fucking exciting.
And
exciting as shit.
What's so funny is I want to say it's like not even saying like going back to because like right after that the magazine came.
Right.
And when I got that printout and
That
I was
shit
seeing
hard.
I was seeing everything like happening. I was like what 21, 22 at the time, and the show started to progressively started getting bigger. Like it legitimately for that little mini run I had, it was legitimately a monster growing. Like every time, like because it was like it wasn't like I would go out and do a show,
Right.
and it would be like I would go out and do like an and then it would be something reckless, and then I'll go back, and then it would be something reckless on top of it.
Yep.
The one show that put the fear of God into me that said, "Yo, I think you might have like arrived. Like you haven't made it, but you might have like actually arrived." Electric Zoo, downtown Brooklyn, and I parked around the corner. I remember this specifically because this is probably like 2012, and I parked around the corner. My old Maxima came out with records, came out with the Serato records, and cut the corner. When I cut the corner, bro, I saw the line. I saw the line outside. The line, because I was completely zoned in. And then when I cut the corner, I didn't realize there were people around the corner, but I realized the line wrapped around both sides of the street. And when I walked up and I saw the promoter, I'm like, "Yo, I'm the DJ." And he's like, "Yo, welcome in. Da da da, this and that, third." I saw a name on him in the line. I think I remember telling you the story.
Yeah.
I remember seeing him in the line, and he looked up, and I was like, "Yo, that's my boy. Yeah, he's coming with me too."
Let him in.
Skipped the line, went in. Boy came up to me. He's like, "Yo, you're good?" And I hugged him real quick, and I'm like, "You're good? You're good?" He put his hand on my chest. My chest was fucking dumping, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm like, anxiety. And I'm like, "Yo, I've never seen this." It was my first 500 show, 500 people.
Wow.
My first one. When it started scaling up,
flames.
Scaling up. And it was good. It was good, but it was one of those moments where it was like, you know, that was right around the time the magazine hit, right around the time I was started getting it. And the show itself popped. Like I wasn't even mad at that. What was so funny was I love this about crowds. This is probably one reason why I say I'd probably be good to go and do a live show again. But there wasn't, like that show specifically, there wasn't anybody on the dance floor for a couple of the DJs at first.
Interesting.
But for some weird reason, Allah, you know, God bless me with these hands, these talents. I filled the floor. I filled the floor. And then another DJ came on, and he had this gigantic, like, glistening diamond chain, whatever, and a couple of biddies on the side, whatever, like that. And he basically took. I say I arrived. I don't think I made it at that time because I was like, "Yo."
You were there though.
So, and basically, and this is not humbling to me, but basically because he was a DJ after me, because I usually took the slot of 10 to around midnight, and then like the headline, so he was the headliner or whatever like that.
Right.
Basically, me filling the floor for him kept things sustained for him to finish off. But here's the thing: one thing I hate as a DJ is when I can see those little bald spots in the crowd, and you start seeing people start, and when this guy came on, people started leaving.
Oh, you were like,
So
yeah, this guy ain't that good.
So I already had something like, going and something moving, but to be humble about it, it was a lot. It was a lot for a young. When you met me, legitimately, I was young, bro.
Yeah,
like
you were younger than me now.
You were young, but like, bro, like
I was youngin.
Bro, because that's one, and I actually talked to my therapist about this. I said, yo, like I was at a point where it was weighing on me, and I was trying everything and grasping for straws, and I don't want to say I stunted my growth, but I kind of said stop.
You stopped for a little bit. Yeah.
Because especially with all the stuff that was going on in my personal life, it's like one of those things. Like I try to sit there and say, like, yeah, I want to be humble about it, but if you want to put it in like a movie reference or whatever it is, like that's where the persona came from.
Right.
That's where I had to start playing as an actor. I had to start playing as an actor in my own life.
Your stage name. Yeah. You had to play your character.
And people noticed, because there's sometimes like, some people would say, yo, play some music. I remember talking to you about this before. Play some music, da da da. And it's like, yo, I don't want to be DJ.
Yeah, like
right
I don't want to do that. You did that a lot to me. Yeah.
Like, I don't
days.
Like, I don't want to like be in that mode right now. Like, I'm chilling. Like, I don't really want to be in that mode because it's a mode.
Yeah, you have to be locked in. No,
I had pre-game rituals. I had like a whole method, like a whole, and everything like that, because that's how you have that confidence to perform. Like, I'm a performer at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you need to, or else you're gonna be trash.
And
you're gonna be trash. That goes for any artist or musician. You gotta be prepared.
What was funny for me was the fact that as all this is going on, so now we're basically up to like the third and fourth albums, because by this time, this is actually around the time me and you started getting good, because I was recording in the dorms, I was recording here and there, and I was being more independent, trying to figure out, because by the time you got over to Schenectady, musically, I was in a hole musically, because this is when my brain was switching over to the flying and going to flight school. But at the same time,
I had a lot of focuses.
At the same time, the music stayed on autopilot, because my name at least got around enough to where people are like, yo, he does such and such, and whatever, you can go talk to him, whatever. And even from that, I was like, yo, if you just keep it in the back burner and just let it do its job, you're gonna get better. Remember, and this was also like one of my biggest tenements, is I don't really like currently now, like I waste a lot of my stupid ass time, right? But but when I was originally doing it, I dedicated at least 6 hours to my craft. At least.
You need to.
6 hours a day.
You need to. It's the only way you're going to get better. You need to dedicate hours of hours into a specific skill.
And those were the times, because when a DJ mix comes into my head, and it is what it is. Like it's hard to describe as like a music type of person, because when I hear music or I have music in my head, it's legitimately like a language just talking in my head. Yeah. And when a mix comes
like
about,
it's spiritual. It's spiritually connected to you.
All I'm trying to figure out is how I can get those two languages to talk to each other.
Yeah. And that's the most difficult part. I mean, being a musician, man, requires a lot. Tyler can probably have some sense into that, going to school for it and everything. It takes a lot.
To this day, like I said, I cried. Like I said, that day I saw Tyler's letter in the crib, I cried. Yeah. When we went to go visit, because I cried.
I remember that.
I was one of the first people to wake up, and when I saw that posted on his door, like I cried on the way to the bathroom, because I know that feeling of, because I've done that before, like especially with a lot of denial letters and a lot of letters where I'm just where it's like, oh yeah, thank you for trying, but at the end of the day, you know. Yeah. And that brings me back to a lot of the times I used to talk to my mom about my failures. Like, right. I wouldn't want to say that, because she's like, I love that woman. I love that woman.
Right. And but she knows that your failures can turn into successes eventually.
These albums when I make them. That was a time when those dudes was trapping upstairs. This entire album was recorded with a trap house.
With the fucking that's stupid shit. I remember that.
This was number. We're at number 5. This is album 5.
That shit was giving you stress too. Heavy stress.
OD. Plus, I'm working at the freaking airport.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right, dude. I forgot. Only reason that. I can't believe I forgot about that.
Only reason I actually had time is because my commute was so goddamn long. Okay.
Well, how long was it again?
It was an hour and a half.
Dude, you're fucking out of your mind. I don't think you ever told me that when you were living down there. I would have told you you're out of your goddamn mind.
This is before I copped the Honda.
Yeah, you were trying transportation.
New York City. Let me tell you something though. New York City is so bad that to get from the bottom of Queens to the top of Queens takes you an hour and a half.
I was gonna say the traffic is just fucking unbearable. I know.
I took 2 buses and 2 trains. Sound like an old geezer. I took 2 buses and 2 trains and walked to the airport.
Facts.
Bro said I mowed across the river in a fucking kayak
just to make it to fucking TSA.
Yeah, literally.
So
that's ridiculous. That's
but
insane.
The only benefit here's the only benefit.
This is
yeah
LaGuardia, yeah.
But the crazy benefit, this is where that movie shit starts kicking in, right? Like the crazy benefit is with that long ass commute. Guess what I have in time.
What do you got?
Time to write. Time to put on a beat and time to write, because all I know is I'm going back to my parents' house and the trap house is bumping probably right now. I'm talking like till 5 a.m., bro. Just trapping. Stupid, just idiotic, stupid shit, bro. And when my mom told me that like they raided the crib and they told me it was like 12 dudes upstairs, I was like, it sounded like 12 dudes.
No, 12, I remember it sounding like at least 8. I remember that. Like those couple nights I stayed over and they were still living there. Yeah, they were kind of rowdy. But I mean, I get it, dude.
So not even saying some rapper shit. Like I legitimately rap what I live. That was actually now that I think about it, that actually is probably the first time I ever rapped.
And I thought Schenectady for that. That's the funny thing. I remember being shocked, but I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is where you came from.
So to go, and it was so funny is that album cover is like that's when I started doing like the different like like circular type of stuff, like because it's like the collage of different photos. Like it's the one on your hoodie.
Yeah.
That collage of photos
one,
goes in a circle based off of the timeline that I'm in.
That's sick. That's fucking sick.
So what I'm trying to say is, bro, like even if you look at all this shit, this is why Van Gogh is like one of my favorite fucking artists, because like the nigga went crazy.
He went wild, probably on some heavy shit too.
And to tell you the truth, for me to record something right now, here's the funny part, and you can hear this from any stupid ass artist. Because my life is better, I can't record as well.
Right. No, you're like, you have to go through struggle. I feel that. But you know, not all great music has to come.
Not all of it.
You know.
Not all of it. Not to sit there and be like, oh, it has to come from pain, but bro, like that.
Right. But no, that's some of the best music, for sure.
So
coming from your heart.
So are you guys on that podcast right now? My bad.
No, you good?
No, you good.
Oh, okay, I didn't want to be disrespectful. I'm just clowning.
You're fine, bro.
No, but hey, what's up, man? I'm Max or Scythe. I'm gonna formally introduce myself.
Okay, bro. He's
originally from LA.
Dude from Cali. Okay. Nice to meet you, man. I'm Troy, man.
Nice to meet you, bro. But I'm enjoying what I'm hearing. It's really cool to hear like the experience of another artist. So by all means, just keep going.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, I told Mikey I was pretty nervous about doing shit like this, man. Like it's tough to. It's tough because, like I said from before earlier, bro. Like you're creating a fucking character, bro.
Yes.
No, literally, bro.
Yeah, like you're creating, your stage name becomes its own entity.
And that's honestly what I've been struggling with, because like the image and how I describe it is like, okay, so I got a tatted eyeball. Now I'm like a half demon. I'm supposed to portray this like half demon, like related to anime, and I'm still over here just posting on my fucking Instagram story like, hey, the gym was sick, dude.
because you're just trying to be a normal ass person.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and what's so funny is because I have this fight. I have this fight with my persona where it's like, yo, I know you're nice, right? Okay, so when I'm doing my stuff now, I'm like, yo, I know you're nice, right? Like I'm actually talking to it, and I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, just don't get me into some stupid ass trouble with your dumb ass, please.
Right. No,
because
like,
so side story. I love this part of the podcast now. So side story. Mexican jail.
Yeah, Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Lord, this guy's been in Mexican jail.
The reason I got through, and there's a lot of backstory to this, but to this day, the reason why I got through Mexican jail in any situation like that, this is actually another big tenement of my life. This is a very important in my life. Is because this fucking persona saves me from going crazy. Because when I ended up in there and my boy got locked up with me, and I'm sitting there like rapping verses and being hyped that there's a toilet bowl there, and you know, talking shit with the guard and everything like that. He's over here talking about, yo, you over here crying about your mom and everything like that. I'm like, yo, I'm locked up in another country. Fuck you mean? I'm not gonna call my mama for that bail money. That's my persona talking.
Yeah.
That's it talking for me, because over there, I'm sitting here being like, oh, I'm never getting out. Like I'm never getting out. This is over.
But your persona takes over and kind of like
pushes,
just like
it pushes like a survival
kind of like adds your real self and like creates this kind of like image to like get you through it.
And the fact of the matter is, he first woke up. The first time this happened was my first situation back in Queens, where I ended up, you know, getting locked up for no reason. And to this day, I can even say this for no reason. But long story short, get brought in. They came around the back of my house, didn't have my papers on me. They found me with a guitar, saying that they were looking around. Well, you know, this was the time I was trying to study and go to Queensborough Community College for my goddamn music degree.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is before Scary.
Yeah.
And when they lock me up, you know, they're bringing me in, you know, beyond scared straight. Yo, what's this guy in for? NYPD. You know, what's this guy in for? Yo, oh, this guy, murder. I look at him, and I look at everybody else. I'm just like, oh, this is going down.
Right.
This is going down. And I'm like, and this is like 2012. This is 2012. My mom was in the hospital. She had her third stroke over the fight that me and my dad had. And I'm getting knocked. And when I end up in there with the other cellmates and the other guy gets his ass beat, like police brutality was real, like he get his ass beat because he was screaming at the top of his lungs. And I'm sitting there and I just start rapping Lil Wayne lyrics in my head just to pass the time. It was so crazy. It was the most crazy. It was the first time me and my persona became one.
Yeah.
He legitimately came and said, "Yo, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. You want to live this life? You want to have some fun? All right, I'm gonna get you through this, and we're gonna go back to having fun."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fire.
Because I lost it. One, I lost a sense of time. Because they take everything away from you. You know, they even cut your, they cut your belt or whatever. That's what the guy was playing for before they beat the bricks off him.
Yep.
Where's my arresting officer? Where's my belt? Where's my belt? They come in 3 deep in this little ass cell, grab them, bring them over to the other side, slam the door. Bam, bam. Oh, you're hurting me. You're hurting me. Bam, bam, bam. Silence. Me and the other dude got locked up for some snow, right? Me and the other dude looked at each other at the opposite side of the bench, shook our heads, and I just fucking went to sleep.
That's real as fuck.
Next thing I know, I wake up to my arresting officer, this white chick, comes. She's like, "Are you ready to go?" And I'm like, "Don't say nothing, Troy. Don't say nothing. I'm gonna take care of you. Don't worry about it. We gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get you out of here." And I said, "Yeah, I'm ready to go." He talks to me.
You're possessed, brother. It's there. The musical spirit.
So and that's why I want to go back to this music thing, because the thing about it is, I don't know about y'all, but this thing is connected to God. This creative thing. This I'ma take my energy and put it into something, and you gonna fucking dance to it.
Facts. That's I can agree with that. Yeah.
The biggest reason I'm mad about being in Miami right now is I don't have all my tools and I don't have the connections.
Right.
But seeing what I'm seeing, oh my god, it's like seeing a prize fighter walk into a UFC match and be like, "Yo, I could beat his ass."
Yep.
So
beat his ass.
So what happened after that 5th album? This was and I should have kept on naming them. This one was A City of Troy 2.
Right.
This one was that 5th album. This was before the social media album, and I was in Albany. Mind you, like, you've seen 2 occasions where I've moved consistently, but at the same time kept recording. I kept on recording. So by this time, this is one thing I want to say, especially about writing lyrics. By this time, I stopped trying to focus on the wordiness and getting like the words out, and more so getting my points across.
Right.
Because around this time, what was that track? Fuck. I'm going through it right now. I'm sorry, guys. What was that track?
You're good.
Oh, good, bro. Take your time.
Yeah. Slevin Kalevra. My alter ego.
Slevin. I remember that shit. Yeah.
That song. So that one where I found the pocket, I found out what to say, I found out, I'm gonna just play it in my ear real quick so I can remember the lyrics. This is when I started realizing that I have too many lyrics to remember. And I'm like, yo, I think you actually got this wrapped up. Like you actually have it wrapped up. Like you're not trying to figure it out anymore. Now you're actually having it wrapped up that you can actually pinpoint it in different sections now. Like you can actually, so that was the sixth one, social media. That was when I was experimenting, trying to rock shit. Yeah. Maybe Alessa, IG. 2 seconds. No, I leave.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Okay. So these lines. Kicking the door like BIG. 2020 gonna be the last of IG. Been so many places, gonna need ID. Seen so many stars, I leave. Got so many bars, I be wild in. Got the nice car, I be styling. I be profiling. Can't be stuck Kung Fu Shaolin. Tired of telling about the smoke that I bring. Can't also the song that I sing. Like, oh, girl, I wrote this thing. She needs your girl trying to get back a ring. Could have bought her pearls and a Versa ting.
I remember this. Yeah, I remember this song.
And like now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm even thinking about it. The speed of where I was thinking I was gonna go, it's so slow compared to what I have now.
Right.
That pisses me off, actually.
Right. Like it's just the flow is very slow compared to what it is.
And that's what I was saying the other day, because what I started realizing, especially with a lot of my favorite artists, you already know Mikey, Eminem is the god to me.
Yes.
Go.
But to sit there and be like, yo, my top 5 always changes, but Eminem remains at the first. Big is always a close second with Pac. And my boy that passed. This is the beautiful thing about the relationship I have with my boy. I was always about Big. He was always about Pac.
Right.
Why was he the heavy set nigga and I was a skinny nigga?
Right. That's
it's as backwards with Pac being skinny and Big being big, right?
Right.
But our discussion always led to, yo, what were they trying to get at in the song? We would sit there and listen to samples upon samples. His dad had a record collection. My dad had a record collection. I brought my record collection over one time, and he had this old record player in his mom's crib. And when we both played like our mutual records, like we both sat there and said, "Yo, you sure we ain't related? Like, you sure we ain't like, distant cousins or something like that?" So he started opening my mind to different genre, like not even just genres, like different subsections of genres of jazz and funk, and he had all the funk shit.
Right.
All that Parliament funkadelic type shit.
I love
and
that
I'm
shit.
just like, yo, bro, like, what the fuck? And it's like all I could come back to him was like with reggae and something like that,
Yeah, reggae. Yeah.
So one of the things that I started learning, especially when we had our back and forth about Pac and Big, was what was the point of a song? Why am I recording this in the first place? Like, what is the end goal? Like,
what are you trying to say?
He always used to say, Troy, you have a strong opener and a strong punch, right? When you get into the track, but you always end up, letting it go near the end.
Yeah.
And when I started realizing that, because this is when so this is when I'm in Albany for album 6. I'm recording album 6. This is the first time I recorded myself rapping and being comfortable. Yeah, what I love right now is I'm giving you step by step, play by play of how I'm able to get to this point now, because you're legitimately seeing like the different points and the different segments and stuff. So by the time I'm there living with who, and I recorded that video for the 6th album, I sat there, I was like, yo, like, I can actually do this shit. Like, I can actually show people like I do this shit, and I actually can actually work and get this stuff out to people like in full view. Because this was around the time when, you know, I was streaming and I was showing different type of stuff. And I remember I told you, Mikey, I hate seeing myself on camera.
Yeah, I know you have a thing about that.
But
same with Jordan.
At the same time, it's like, yo, I'm not getting that much. I'm not getting bad feedback at all. This is probably like one of the benefits of, you know, being the person that I am. I don't give a damn what you say about me or whatever, because I know you won't really say it to my face. And when you say it to my face, it's different.
Right. Yeah, they can say it behind a computer.
So whatever bad feedback I got, I kind of was like, all right, fuck it. You don't fuck with it? All right, bet. That's the one less person I got to worry about.
Right.
So, but what I want to say is this: when you have a lot of good coming your way, now you don't know really what to do. Now you're now
it's like, oh shit.
Like, yeah. So this is around the time, and I think I might have skipped ahead a little bit because I skipped over Italy and my last live performance. Technically for the Schenectady stuff that I was doing, you know, here and there, people coming and invite me. I don't really want to count those because that was kind of like, you know, just doing shows, just for playing music, whatever. But the Italy show, that was different. That was something that was an eye opener. If I look at it now and it said, yo, give yourself maybe 10 years, maybe you'll go overseas and people will make you play in a pub or something like that. But no, they legitimately had me playing like a whole like performance area, bar over here, lights over here. Like, they don't understand a word of the music that's coming on. All they do is just freaking jumping and shit. Barbecue out back. I'm like, how many people are there, Roberto? I freaking interview after. Yo, I'm drenched in sweat. I jump into the back of the freaking shuttle bus trying to head back. Man just jumps in with a camera out of nowhere. I see this big ass light shine in my face. Yo, can you say a couple words for Radio Dolomite? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? 5,000 people.
Ridiculous. That's 5,000. That's crazy.
5,000 fucking people, bro. Off rip. And it was like goes back to that my persona, my preparation, because here's the beautiful thing about that beautiful place in Italy. The fact that I was 5 Jack and Cokes deep with my laptop on the bar, burning CDs. Again? I was in the mountains.
The Alps?
Venice, yeah, nearby Swiss Alps. So it's like about an hour and a half drive from Venice all the way up.
Yeah, it's straight north, right?
Because we stayed there for like a week. And then we went over to Austria for like a couple hours. Like from there to Austria is like a half hour.
That's nice.
Ridiculous. Freaking my first taste of schnitzel. My German friend. So that was 2017. And by the time I got to this 6th album, it really was like, yo, you've done so much, bro. Like, you really not even just pat yourself on the back. Relax.
Right.
Relax, because your persona is like forefront. Like now we cut to basically Houston now. You know, when I moved to Houston from Albany after that kerfluffle. And
kerfluffle.
Bitch ass. His bitch ass one was like, congratulations to going to Houston. Make sure you leave all your stuff as collateral. I said, I owe you money, bitch.
I owe you money.
Oh man. And the worst part is, especially when I have ops, but there's like legitimately people I just don't like. And it's like you're never like it's never gonna be like, oh, you're gonna see like this is the one thing I hate about rap is the fact that you don't know the personal grievance I have with somebody. So if you sit there and think, oh, he has like opposition or whatever this and that third, no, it's not no stupid gang or whatever like that. It's this bitch ass fucking idiot that was my old roommate that thought I owed him $60.
Yep.
But I can't put that in a rap line to make it seem cool. Like,
Yeah, right.
You can though.
I'm gonna try.
That'd be
I'm gonna try.
legendary.
And one thing I learned, I watched the Drake interview with Lil Yachty, and Drake's been on like a weird tear. Like he's like more of a brand instead of like doing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But
if anything, everybody's watching him with his bets, sports bets.
It's funny because when he was talking about he regrets name dropping the women in his songs, I was just like, damn. I had a feeling like you regretted some of that shit because I legitimately, my boy told me like switch up the names and things like that, like be more storyful with it. But I'm lucky that I haven't name dropped anyway, even though I want to name drop so many random ass people that nobody knows. But it's like, you know, that's when I record, I try to do it in a positive way, even if I'm talking about some reckless shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm talking about the most ratchetest shit that's going on in my life, I try to keep it positive because one, every song that I record, I try to make it able to be played on radio or to be played out. Like you could play it multiple times, and like I don't curse much. I don't, but even then, it's like. Now that like even though I have that in my pocket, it's like a loaded chamber just in case I need to use it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now, where are we at now? This is album 7 in Houston. This is the Her mixtape, and this one was more so I'm in my feelings again. I have a lot of issues going on in my life.
Let me pull up your discography here on YouTube.
Good Lord.
So people can have an idea here.
Good Lord. Honestly, I would want to say like okay, so I already told you how many shows from 2008 to 2011. Did I really think about it?
Where are we at? Album 7?
We're at album 7. If you're looking through my videos and shit, like, let me see.
Watch I'm on your channel right now. I'm looking for
you. There's that guy.
Where's album 8? Where's album 8 so we can show the people, please?
Oh God. Is it in save playlist? No, not that one. Go to videos and just keep on scrolling. I had to delete some stuff. It probably killed my my viewer stuff. Go back up a little bit. There you go. Italy, this. Keep going.
This
yeah,
was her. This was.
Thank
fire.
you, sir.
I remember.
Thank you, sir. So yeah, Her mixtape next to the freaking when I got freaking eaten by the freaking spider.
Eaten by the spider.
You don't gotta play it.
Okay. I won't play it.
You don't gotta play it. I appreciate the stream. I love the album. It's just a whole bunch of in my feelings. Like we could bookmark.
That's the best music.
We could bookmark it. I would want to say that fucking logo. My goodness gracious, bro.
Beautiful. Here, let me get a zoom in on that.
That fucking logo.
Here, you know what? It started playing.
See how loud it gets? There you go. That's what I said. You fucked it.
There we go.
There it is. I mean, all in all, this was the last one. This was the 7th one. This is when I started. So perfect segue. Love this thing that we're doing here, kid. Perfect. You're doing good, kid. Perfect. You're doing good. You got a bright future ahead of you, kid.
Yeah. Put my job and work for you.
what's so funny, this was the first one where I started recording in multiple locations. I actually brought the music equipment with me to Miami when I came for my birthday. I started bringing around different places. I was like, yo, like now I can record on the go. My laptop is fried right now, but when my laptop was working, like I was recording like nobody's business. So this one, I want to say it was leftovers from the fifth album because this was more like in my feels. Like this is when I started going to therapy. this is this is when I started really, this is around quarantine. So now these are quarantine raps, and everything is self-produced, mixes, beat, lyrics, everything is all wrapped up in a pretty little bow. Not my best. Like none of my albums have been like my best, only just because I hear all my mistakes in them. But this one was probably the best overall, other than the second one that actually I've been pushing out a lot more, and the other
Taylor
one.
P shit too, though, bro. Oh my god.
The Taylor P shit,
fire.
the Taylor P shit, which actually gave me a good idea for. So let's say, how can I say this? I came up with a good idea for the eighth one. My dude, good to see you. So, cause I didn't see his video before. Max boy, can you hear us?
What's up?
No, I just see your video pop up. I was saying,
yeah.
what up?
Oh, what up? My bad. I didn't. I'm a little dumb, bro.
No, you good. You good.
I pressed the video button, my fault, and then it popped up, and I was like, damn, I got a big ass forehead.
I was like, who this? I was like, oh, my nigga.
yeah. But go, continue. I'm enjoying this. I'm listening. I'm absorbing.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. And this has been a long time coming because I actually never really spoke about this like this, man.
No, you don't.
When I try to put together an album, they all have like the one thing I appreciate Kanye's crazy ass thing for doing is he never did the same album twice up until Donda.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I took from that was, bro, even though you might be in your feels for this one, remember this is probably the stuff that you had left over from the fifth one where you were just letting it all hang out.
Right.
The fifth one that's been good to me and it's been taking care of me, and maybe my little bit of pocket change from Spotify and all the streaming stuff, because apparently that one song is taking off everywhere, right?
8,000, 9,000.
Just cause it just decides to do that, and everything else is just ass cheeks, apparently.
Popped off.
Bro.
But see, that's what I was telling you. You see that, now you copy it. Copy what you did in a different format.
Here's the problem, Michael. That song wasn't even supposed to really be there. It doesn't fit.
Right.
It's one of those. It's always the one that you weren't even trying to do like that.
It legitimately because the whole idea. Okay, so the whole idea. Tell me if this makes sense, right? The whole idea of that album, City of Troy 2, was a relationship breaking up backwards from the first introduction to where you're actually hearing the girl talk. Now goose egg, Easter egg. You know what I'm saying? The girl that's talking, I don't know her. She's actually a bot that I AI generated back in the day. Like all the stuff that you hear, like my tags and stuff like that, that's all Siri.
Yeah.
So the girl that's talking, I got an AI, but I typed up the script for her to talk. And the girlfriend that you're hearing throughout on the voicemails and all the, I heard you started going out with this new person and we were best friends and everything. The relationship ends in the intro because I got married.
Yeah.
Okay. Spoiler alert. This entire album was based off of a relationship I had with Dinner, Mikey, right? Yep. Where she got married. We were best friends. And now I'm hung out to dry. Now how do I gotta deal with that? So what you're hearing from the beginning of the album to the end is the breakup leading to us getting together near the end. because at the end, I think the last song is Edizione Finale, right? The final edition, but the bonus tracks are the actual ending to the album, to where she's thinking I'm cheating on her in Miss Call, because that's the lyric. Oh, seeing about a missed call. Like, just talking to my ex, but I'm gonna get a missed call. Like, I'm fighting with the fact that my ex is still trying to talk to me, and now I'm in bed with you.
Right.
And this is at the end of the album.
Yeah.
And I eventually end up marrying the ex.
Right.
In the beginning of the album. Throughout the entire thing, the entire thing, like you hear the transitions, the voicemails, the song. I just remembered. Cheat on me. The song Cheat on Me. My ex actually heard that shit when I FaceTimed her, and she's over in Belgium now. She was in Spain during quarantine, but she's in Belgium now. She heard that shit. And she's like, "Oh my god, I'm listening to Cheat on Me right now." I'm just like, of all fucking songs for you to listen to.
Right.
Of all, right? So what's so funny is the fact that by the time the 5th album came around, and I said, "Yo, this is the content that I would like to record and I'd like to put out, because it actually has real world effect."
Right.
Like, this is like, I'm actually getting responses, and things are coming back to me in a certain type of way. So the track Legendary, right, took me 3 years to write that lyrics. I was repeating those lyrics over and over and over and over again. The reason why it doesn't fit in the album, because it's just me talking shit.
Yeah.
It's legitimately
pouring out your shit.
When I watched, so it's broken down into probably like 3 parts. The beginning, which is a League of Legends sample, right? Which is the chick singing, which the chick is singing and everything like that. And that's the concurrent thing that's going on in the whole entire album. As you're hearing and you're feeling all these things, and all these things are going on in my relationships or whatever like that, you're hearing this siren, this ghostly figure in the back. That's why everything's slowed down. You're hearing everything in the back. You know what I'm saying? If you want, you can go to on my YouTube, because I'll actually have you just play it, because I can describe it piece by piece.
Yeah, I'll pause it when you.
No. Go. Actually, yeah, playlist. Because I had to go and find my own goddamn. There it is, City of Troy 2. Save playlist at the bottom.
Oh.
You go back. My.
Oh yeah.
So. Let's see. Go to Legendary. So I'll break it down. I'll how about this? I'll let you play it. I'm gonna go take a piss, and then I'll break it down after.
Nah, you're not allowed to pee, bro.
No.
Got she got a good amount of views too.
Nice.
Did it again.
You done did the dirty. No, I really like this, what you're doing, this whole like podcast thing with him. It's really interesting, and getting to hear his story.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm trying to provide. I'm just trying to provide a voice for like as many people, different content creators, musicians, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, kind of like an Adam 22 kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a vibe, bro.
I want to slow the volume a little bit on the track. It's coming in
turn it down.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Lightning.
Is that better?
There we go. I'm good. Get some phone for this.
You guys can hear it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I'm trying to find a line, scheme, design, using all types of rhymes. So take the time to find all the pain the same. It matters you stay so far in the back of my mind. Thinking about these words, trying to find some verbs. This beat deserves like you never heard a spoken word. Flying overhead instead, you acting like a bird. Could have been a doctor, could have been a pilot. So tell me why I grew up around Southside violence. Straight hood noise that break through the silence. How was that beat that been looking like tyrants? So tell me again, my friend, who designed it? So tell me again, by when is he lying? In this trap game, style of obtain, study rap brain, nothing was the same. Got my flow chain in your membrane.
Baby, the judge said it's gonna be another month. I'm gonna fight again. I mean, it's a charity thing, you know what I mean? It's not like a real, like a professional fight, you know, it's an exhibition. But I'm gonna fight again.
Can I go?
You know Mommy didn't like you watching the fights.
Somebody asked me.
Babe, I'll be okay.
But I want to go.
I don't think I can work that out.
Then you can't do it. Dad, you have to tell them you can't do it.
Layla, I gotta do it.
No, you can't. I have to be there, Dad.
Baby, I'm trying to get you out. Just
When?
Layla.
When?
Layla, I'm trying.
When? You! I hate you! I hate you! Why can't you just get me out of this place? Why do you not?
I can't right now.
You're not!
Baby,
I don't trust you!
just trust me.
You
Come
don't.
on,
You're
baby.
making promises and you don't mean them!
That's not true.
You should have been the one that was killed! You! Not Mom! You! You! I hate you!
Deep as shit.
What is
Bro, that shit.
Alright.
That was
You just sent
that
me a
was
paragraph.
wild.
Pause it.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't respond to this.
There we go.
So, all in all,
Deep as shit.
I didn't think it fit in like the whole thing. It actually fit because the next one was Till Death Do Us Part. Not this one, but the next one was after this one was Till Death Do Us Part. So it kind of fit with that one.
Yeah.
But overall, it has I think 10,000 Shazams.
Yeah. You have 2,000 views on YouTube. Just wanted you to know that.
Hey. Surprise to me.
Bro, yo, City, most of your songs, if you look on your YouTube, most of your songs for City of Troy are hitting some crazy numbers. That's why I was like, when you went to go take a piss, I was like, yo, he's actually got numbers up.
Recorded in my mama's house. Trap house above me.
Yeah, dude, you gotta understand,
Yep.
this shit was a trap house. You got it like New York City, deep Queens.
Like I don't want to get on some pity party, whatever like that. Oh, woe is me, whatever like that. But this is what comes out of it.
And people fuck with it. People fuck with it, obviously. The retention rate is ridiculous.
So what bugs me out is I'm not sure if it's the League of Legends sample has been Legends Never Die. So if we break it down, go back to the track.
Okay.
Um,
All right, where are we going? Legendary?
Yeah, legendary. The first like 30 seconds, I'm gonna break it down like this because now I got people to explain it to. So yeah, just keep going. I'll tell you when to stop.
Legends never die when the world is calling you.
Okay, pause it. All right. I don't know if Shazam caught that because of how popular League of Legends is, but it's legitimately the song Legends Never Die.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I took her first hook, and what you're hearing throughout the rest of the track is the 30-second sample is the 30 sample looping over my drums. So she starts off with that legends never die. I pitched that. So all of this is in Logic Pro. Okay, which kind of fucks me heavy since my laptop is fried right now, because everything that I've done has been on Logic Pro. I'm basically doing expert level shit while trying to reteach myself on Fruity Loops and Pro Tools. This is kind of why there's kind of like a there's like if
you're reteaching yourself with each program.
If my albums replicated what I did with this one, then I'd probably be in more of a groove. But since I gotta get the battery fixed, let's just hope it's just a fucking battery, because there's so much music on that fucking tank. But remember, it's a tank, bro. It's a tank.
It's not the hard drive, homie, because that means all your shit's gone.
I could start from scratch. I'm not a hoarder, even though there's so much shit in there.
That's what happened to Jordan's Mac. We thought it was the battery, but she lost it.
I'm lucky because what I did, this was from early in my career. What I did was I post so much shit, I can always find it and rip it again. Like I can pirate my own shit, basically.
Yep.
So with this, where the sample comes in Logic Pro, I took the sample, and I think the BPM was maybe 135. I think it's around 140. The good pocket for rap right now is a good 140 BPM.
40, yep.
So I chopped her hook and then took the doom 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 and looped that like 6 times.
Yeah, made it like a minute and a half long.
What was crazy, which Tyler probably doesn't know, because he rags on himself.
Let's see it, Tyler.
He rags on himself sometimes for the production, but the beautiful thing about working with Tyler on that track previously, because remember he sent me a track and I worked on it, and like I did a whole bunch of extra shit on the end of it.
I do remember.
I saved the session and ripped the drums.
Rip the drums out.
I ripped the drums from that and put it on this one. So when we come up to the next part, you can play it in just a second. Come to the next part, that part. That's from Tyler's track that I collabed on him with. Play it.
That's sick. I didn't even know that. I don't think Tyler told me that, or you told me that.
Yeah, no, it's in the podcast now, baby. Go ahead.
Well, there you go. Now it's the podcast. Press play.
Yeah.
Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die. They become a part of you.
You chopped it.
Every time you play,
I chopped it.
Greatness, relentless, you.
Sick. Now I'm starting to see it. Coming out. Yep. I do remember this video.
So pause it.
Yeah.
So that right there already set the table for the whole track. So these lines, every time I'm trying to find a line of scheme design, taking all type of round, taking time to find through all the pain the same, the matters you stay so long in the back of my mind. Took me 3 years. This I first came up with those lines in Schenectady in I think 2015, and I finished this one in 2018. Because this was the time I was trying to get from being too wordy and just being in, like I was saying from before, stop being so wordy and get to the fucking point. You know? So once I had that pocket, and the thing about with my drum beats, that boom doon 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 doon, I grew up with jazz. So
fucking love jazz.
When you have that, because on the timeline it's syncopated, right? Yeah. But a little bit of secret sauce in Logic Pro. This is how deep I get into it. In Logic Pro, if you zoom in like to the maximum of it, like on the jog wheel, whatever, if you zoom into the maximum and take the drum pattern and move it off half a millisecond, you get syncopation.
Right.
You get the offbeat, like So what I did was I added a live drum. Logic Pro has live drummer. So the beat,
That's right.
you love it. You love it,
I
right?
remember
So
that shit.
so I took the beat that I had from Tyler's track, right? Put it off by half a millisecond. Put up live drummer. I think the guy's name is John or whatever, like one of the AI drummer bots, whatever. And the drum pack is Big Mountain. So when you hear it get into the drum pattern, you're also gonna hear listen for the live drums behind my voice.
Right.
Okay, so there's live drums playing, and what I did is I synced that with the beat. So go ahead.
Every time I'm trying to find a line, scheme design, using all types of rhymes, I'll take the time to find all the pain.
It's the kick and the hi-hat. Hi-hat and the cymbal.
Trying to find some verbs this beat deserves, like you never heard a spoken word. Flying overhead, instead you acting like a bird. Could have been a doctor, could have been a pilot. So tell me where I grew up around Southside violence. Straight hood noise that break through the silence. Powers that beat that been looking like tyrants. So tell me again, my friend, who designed it? So tell me again, by when is he lying? In this trap game, style of octane, study rap brain, nothing was the same. Got my flow chain in your membrane.
And pause it. So and you gotta pay the rest of the other part, because that's probably like my problem with recording certain shit, because one, I don't give a fuck about copyright. Two, I tackle a lot of issues where it's uncomfortable to hear. So the next part, this is from the movie Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal, directed by Eminem, executive produced and directed by Eminem. And his daughter, the whole, spoiler alert, his wife gets shot outside of a grudge match, whatever. He's a boxer, whatever, and he's sick. But
I lost you on camera.
You lost me?
Lost you on camera.
What the fuck?
You're frozen.
Oh, I'm frozen. All right, let's see what we got.
Intermission.
Let's see what we got here.
Technical difficulties.
Smoke break.
I can honestly edit this out.
Yeah. I'm going for a heavy smoke.
Smoke them if you got them. You should smoke them cigarettes, Johnny.
You're there, Tyler?
Is Tyler there?
I am, but I'm hacking up along periodically, so I have myself muted.
Oh, good lord.
He's here. He's been listening the whole time.
I love it. But yeah, like I said, Tyler, you've been an influence of mine.
Yeah. No, that was really cool. I didn't know that was used in the track. That's fucking awesome. That track has the most views too.
Tyler's about to be asking for them royalties.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah. Tyler's gonna be like, yo, let me get some of that money though, bro. Use my beat, bro.
You want all 50 cents of it?
All 50 cents.
Yo.
Just curious, which song did you use?
Holy shit, that shit was way fucking bad.
Was it the one that I recently sent you, or is it the one from years back?
No,
from
this was
years. No,
way
one
back,
from years
way
back. This is
Yeah, that reggae style one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is this fucking?
I didn't. You know what? It's funny because I listened to that song originally and I didn't even think twice about it. But now that I remember you, it's crazy.
I just try to grab whatever I can grab, man. And not to say anything, it was the drum pattern itself, and that's what I'm saying. Like the drum pattern itself was pretty sound already, and I was just like, well, I don't know what Tyler's gonna do with the track, but I can just take the drums and copy and paste it.
Take the drum back real quick.
And just
I
copy
remember
and paste
long
that.
ago you even threw it into a, I think it was just the original song, you threw it into a mix, but you just dropped it like an octave or two, and it sounded so much better.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do remember that. I think it was a mix.
but isn't it beautiful that you can just drop something in an octave, and and I'm not saying I'm fixing what you're doing, but I hear something different. I'm just like, I see where you're going with this. This is how I will work it. You didn't do anything wrong. I don't want you to think you did anything wrong. Let me see. I gotta close up. I'm trying to do this on my iPad.
No, you're good.
It's freaking bullshit.
I mean, we hear you just fine. It's
Yeah, and just can't see your beautiful face anymore.
I'm so sexy right now.
I'm so sexy.
Super sexy.
I'm so fucking sexy right now, guys.
What time
I
is
got
it right now? Nice. Hour and a half right now. Nice job.
It's beautiful. This shit's beautiful.
I told you it was gonna be easy.
Well, I just didn't. I'm not that. I don't like myself, guys.
I hate it.
This is where you can self-love, talk about your work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
musicians need to do this shit. That's all right.
Oh god,
how you promote your work. Promote left, right, as much as you can.
Up, down, left, right.
So while I'm trying to figure out my life and everything like that, Max, tell me about yourself, man.
There you go. Let's introduce.
What do you want to know?
Where you come from? Where you stay? Can you cook? You like long walks on the beach?
Yeah.
Well, I try to figure this shit out. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm Max. I go by Scythe, young Scythe. As an artist, I'm musically very confused.
As that comes.
I have a lot of different genres. Well, so I've been bouncing between genres, I guess, these subgenres of the underground. I first started off on that fucking what's his name? On that ignorant smoke perp shit.
Oh,
smoke perp shit.
Smoke perp, yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Before I get into that, I'm from LA, well, Venice. I grew up there. Daddy raised me because mom was a drug addict. I got mommy issues. But
daddy issues.
Hey,
we're even.
Yeah, me and Troy got daddy issues, so it's all good.
Dude, we gotta hit that Dragon Ball Z fusion right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up skateboarding, man, my whole life. That was what I wanted to be, a pro skateboarder. I suffered a traumatic brain injury. I don't want to take away too much from your session, so I'm gonna do a speed run real quick.
Oh,
yeah, you good?
You're good. Good job.
Traumatic brain injury, skateboarding. I used to be sponsored by Dogtown. Was in the hospital. Had to learn how to walk again. Coma, or like mini coma. Lost hearing in my left ear. Had a dream that I met the Grim Reaper, and he tried to touch me before I woke up in the hospital, and then hence the name Young Scythe was born. Because I was like, oh, the
fire.
Grim Reaper. Yeah.
That's
I was
fucking fire. What a story. That is
fucking
dead. And then I was like, okay, the Grim Reaper tried to kill me, but he can't because he a bitch. But
Damn.
And then I don't know, and then ever since then I just kind of rocked with this like I'm not evil or satanic or like I don't worship demons or the devil, but I did just kind of like go into this like acceptance of there's this dark energy trying to catch up with me, but it'll never be able to catch up with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's deep. That's deep as shit.
Yeah.
See, that's the beautiful part about music, man. Like, oh my god, the stories behind it.
And then hence, so my skate career fell apart because of that. Because obviously, I wasn't trying to go too hard anymore. And then I got depressed, and then that's when like drugs and alcohol came into my life big time. fast forward, I tried to be that SoundCloud rapper on Xanax. I'm a recovered addict of almost 2.5 years. I started fucking doing Xanax hella. And I thought I was the coolest motherfucker on the planet. I got like face tats when I was 19. I got like 3 of them. And then I was like, bro, I'm the hardest motherfucker alive. Like, I grew up in Venice. By my house, there's the Oakwood projects and all my homies that I like played sports with. That's where all the Shoreline Crips are.
Okay.
So I grew up with all the black kids and fucking hanging out with them. One of my best friends growing up, his name's Malik. I'm actually really proud of him. His whole family is from Shoreline Crip, but he decided to go the non-gangbanging route. So I was kind of influenced to, sell drugs and do stupid shit. And then on the other side of the projects is Venice 3S, which is the Mexican V13.
Yep.
And they're like my homies' some of their dads are from there, and like, but I was, how do I say, influenced to do a few different shitty things in my life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Long story short, it just wasn't for me. And no, so these kids, at the skate park, Venice skate park, we came together, like the Shoreline Crips, Venice 3S, and then us as a skate community, we would call it Venice Gang, and we would patrol the skate park, like fucking get tourists, buy them weed, tax the fuck out of them, like do all this dumb shit. And we didn't like other people from different hoods selling weed in Venice.
Of course.
And so we'd have to tell the Shoreline Crips when someone else was selling, and then tell Venice SS, the whole bullshit. And then my buddy who's actually locked up right now, and it's fortunately he could have been a really good pro skater. He's so good, he's amazing, but now he's locked up for some, he got too influenced in the head to become a gangbanger. And he was trying to put in work for Shoreline Crib. And these kids came up trying to sell weed. They were like 18, 19. They were from Serrano. It's like 18th Street or whatever. And my homie banged on them, and he's like, "Oh, where you from?" They're like, "Oh, they threw up their set or whatever." And then my boy Royale just slapped the first dude, and then all of us just started getting into it. And they ran to his liquor store, and we all chased them out the skate park. And then my buddy B Nappy, who actually was locked up with me, and I was only in for a week because like it was so dumb, bro. Like literally, they were being real like weenies about it. Right. And when the cops arrived to the liquor store, they were like, "Oh, these guys are trying to rob us," like playing the victim kind of shit.
Wow.
And then all the other homies ran away when they heard the sirens, and then I was like, "Be nappy, like let's go, like bro, it's not worth it, like stop, like let's go," because he was still trying to press the issue. And I was like, "Bro, it's done. Like the cops are coming. Like it's not even worth it." So we started walking away, but we went the other way on the main street, where all the cops were pulling up, but they hadn't seen anything yet. But they just seen us walking, and then I don't know, a cop pulls up. 2 female cops get out, tackle him. I get slammed into a fucking wall. Damn. And mind you, I was 18 at that time. I was not high. Funny enough, I wasn't on anything. I didn't have any face tattoos. I think I had one neck tattoo. And yeah, they just took me down and fucking put me in the cop car, and I had to deal with that. I fucking cried in jail because I never been there. I don't give a fuck. That shit was scary.
No, I feel it.
Exactly.
Like, and I have really long hair, and I'm like, oh no, it's over for me. I'm about to be someone's wife. Like,
yeah. And no, that's scary for sure.
Fast forward. Detective is like, "You don't look like you're supposed to be in here. You look like a surfer, dude." I had a pink button up, and then when I was walking by the cells, this big buff dude, he was like, "Hey, yo, long hair, pink shirt. What you in here for?" And I'm like, just scared as fuck, bro. And funny enough, when I got locked up, dude, there was this dude staring at me in the group cell with a hood on, and I was like, "Oh, it's a wrap. Like, it's gonna be a problem."
Let me
Lucky.
let me restart my computer. I'm gonna be right back. I think that's the only way I can get this video back. But I'm loving everything. I'm loving everything I'm hearing, bro. I'm loving everything. I was about to be like, yo, we'll talk about some crib shit, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Mikey already know. Mikey already knows.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I get it. Oh yeah.
Wait, he's not working at Leslie's yet?
No, but I'm trying to get him there because McDonald's is straight up abusing this man. He started work at 3 p.m. today, and they got him going till 6 a.m.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. What you eating, bro?
Chilies.
Chilies.
Blame this motherfucker for getting me addicted.
What?
Can't
Chili?
stop.
Oh yeah, Chili's is great.
Can't stop.
Yo, Chili's is great.
But no funny shit. There's a couple things because I was taking all this stuff you were saying, Max, and a couple things I want to springboard off you. And it's a perfect thing that you mentioned certain things because I know you probably relate to what I'm about to say. 2 seconds. Because I took the little break, went out and smoked out my roommate with some shit, and I was like the entire time I was like I gotta fucking say this shit. So
as he takes a sip of Patron.
1, congratulations to you, and you're going through your process. I'm glad that because the one thing I've learned in my life when it comes especially to the game,
Try to suck a mean dick.
Sorry. Well, Mikey started off with the cock fest, so that's fine.
Yeah, cock. Yeah, just gonna be a cock.
So the thing about it is when it comes to like the drugs and gangs and everything like that, I wouldn't want to say privileged, but I've been privileged to see both sides. I've never done anything more than tobacco, weed, and alcohol. And the thing I say about that is that I'm privileged that I've never been in a situation that, and well, not to say that I've been in situations where I could have, right? Yeah, I could have, but I'm glad that I've always had that mind and said, yo, I said it to Mikey, I said, yo, the day that I smoke like 2 pounds, take like a shit ton of shrooms and some lean and shit like that, and I still want to get high, that's it, bro. Like that's it. That's it. I've never thought of going that far, you know. But I was thinking about the other day because I was watching these videos about salvia. Remember the whole salvia wave and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, like I don't know if my mind can ever handle coming back from that. But what a fucking trip! What a fucking ride! And what I realized is, and this is from one of my good homeboy's moms, God rest her soul. Because what she used to do in the hood was drinking, smoking, dropping acid, doing all that extra stuff. It was in her crib. And I asked her one day, I said, yo, Mama, well, Mama King, like, what? Like, you have all these people coming in and out of your house doing all this reckless shit. Like, don't you feel type of way about this? She's like, no, Troy, because if they're doing it here, that means they're not doing it somewhere else. And they all respect me and they all love, you know, my sons, your friends, and everything like that. I was like, wow. One time I was giving her a ride to fucking Costco from the Lower East Side Manhattan all the way up to fucking Washington Park, like uptown, whatever, right? Yeah. And I'm playing, like, you know, she's also a DJ and everything like that. She's like 2016, whatever, and I'm driving, whatever. I'm playing the soundtrack to Django, Quentin Tarantino shit.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there, drive her up, you know, get all the stuff, you know, this, that, and third. And this is the difference. Like, it's easy for me and my mom to go to the supermarket in Queens because it's right down the block. In Manhattan, you gotta go a while to get to a decent, like a reasonably priced Costco. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because they live in Lower East Side, next to fucking Soho and Midtown and everything like that.
Yeah,
Uptown Manhattan is the only way you can get cheap groceries. You know what I'm saying? So we're driving. So we're fucking driving, right? And she's sitting there, and then like my best friend's little brother sitting in the back, and we're driving back on the FDR and shit. And she's like, you know what, Troy? I'm so glad Joe has a friend like you. And I'm like, yeah, Mama King, of course, I'll do this for you anytime. Like, you know, like she's gonna pay me $20 for gas, whatever, like that, whatever, right? Here's the kicker. She's like, I'm driving back, and she's like, no, I'm just glad that you're over here not doing coke while you're driving. I sat there, I said, yo, I fucking say, oh, Mama, like. And she's like, no, like whenever I drive with some of these guys, some of Joe and his brother's friends, because she went into a whole story. She's like, I was driving back from Connecticut, and this guy wouldn't stop doing coke and talking to his ex-girlfriend on the phone the entire time. So I'm happy that you play nice music and you drive safe. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro hit the Migos ad lib. He said, "Mama,
like, what the fuck?" So, you know, from that, you know, because she had a lot of niggas come through the crib. That was the original trap. That was the original trap house for me. I remember one time it was raining outside. It was a fucking thunderstorm. We're in the projects, and six dudes come through. One dude, his whole shirt is all bloodied up, and all they was saying was like, yo, son, they tried jumping us in the stairwell, bro. We about to go back and get them. My best friend's home was like a base, because that's where all like the stick up kids and everybody and everything was like you know, base,
bro.
Right? It was the first time, and I told Mikey this story. It was the first time I ever seen $1 million. In a duffel bag. It was two things happened.
Whoa.
Two things happened. Because I tell a lot.
Shit. It's some really crazy shit that happens
in the city.
In
the city. And this is all before I met Mikey. This is when I was the DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like I was protecting
Mikey. It was all downhill from there.
The whites. So the first time I seen it, right? It was a joke at first. Because it's in my boy's bedroom, right? This is during the Molly wave and everything like that, and I quote unquote. So here's goes back to what I was saying about the game. I'm on both sides of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't touch it, but I knew how to move from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? I was that good of a fucking driver. I'm still that damn good. I'm doing Uber Eats now, and I'm getting good reviews. Okay, so realize it's a different type of work that I'm serving y'all. Okay,
different type of hustle. Now you sending the food, bro.
So this is like maybe month 6 into doing this, like, because this is like a constant route, and this is back when I did. This is what gets me tight about them legalizing shit in New York. It wasn't legal, but to me and my niggas, I could give a fuck if it was legal, because we said we was legal.
They said it was. Yep.
So this is like 6 months in, you know, I'm going to school for music production. I'm cutting across, and I had routes. This is the beautiful thing. It's also GTA shit. I had shortcuts. I got good on the Queensboro Bridge because it was free.
You had me sweating when I was following you with the U-Haul. I was
because I took my old fucking route. I took my old fucking route.
Anxiety I've ever felt in my life
because
of that car accident. That shit was ridiculous.
He couldn't. And the worst part about it is
whipping that thing like.
And the fact that I'm in this box truck. I'm in this fucking U-Haul, fucking cutting.
Drifting turns in Manhattan.
And I'm on the CB radio, like with my phone, just be like, Mikey, keep up. I'm about to turn in like 5 minutes. Bet. this, that, and the third.
Next thing I know, I'm like, okay, and I'm already halfway through the turn.
Fuck. And then as soon as we cut across to Queens, I'm like, Mikey, we're good. Just take it easy for right now. Like
for right now.
For now. Because we still gotta make it a mama's crib. God, that fucking city, bro. So
that fucking city is right.
So
fuck that city.
I'm basically telling you 3 stories at once. So to finish off the story with the bunch of niggas coming through and the one nigga's shirt was bloodied, right? I'm sitting there with a blunt in my hand. I'm looking at him tell this whole thing down, right? He's like, about to go get them niggas, bro. Fuck all that noise. Da da da. Fucking thunder and clouds and shit. Outside. I look at this dude. I look at the blunt. I say, and then the nigga said, all right, man. You about to be back later. And dips into the darkness. I'm like, the fuck? So
this man just gave a blunt of murder.
Like one of those half faces, like,
What'd you do tonight? Would you like that?
So this is okay, and Max, you can probably relate. This is the point where I go into the game, and now we're going over the part where I'm in the game, but now I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? And now it's gonna be harder for me to leave.
Yeah.
You know? So the first time, it's a freaking trash bag full of fucking white. Okay?
Why?
A hole hidden behind the 42-inch. I walk in one day after class. I walk in one day after class. After class, you know, meet up with everybody, like whatever like that. My nigga says, yo, DJ Troy. And this is when I start getting called DJ Troy in real life. Yo, DJ Troy. Take care of the room real quick. Don't leave the room. I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna smoke up in this bitch anyways. Whatever. I light one up. My dude comes in. My other dude comes in. You know, he says, you know, you ready for another run? And at this time, I'm doing these runs for, at best, a fucking eighth of some trees. And some gas money.
And some gas.
This is all, that's all I'm doing this for.
Yeah.
Okay? So this time around, it's like the regulars and everything like that, because his brother, you know, God rest his soul as well. His brother's recording music in the other room. You know, his younger brother's in the other room talking to some chicks on the phone, whatever like that. This is the first time fucking kick and freaking shit is taking off, whatever like that. And his mom is in the living room smoking a cigarette. Right? So that man's like, yo, DJ Troy, you about to make moves, whatever like that, but we gotta figure out what to do with all this shit. And they showed me the trash bag. Then they showed me the duffel bag. And I look at this shit and I said, yo, that's all it is. And then I looked to my boy and I'm just like, yo, fam, like, is this, mind you, I met him when he got out in Long Island. Like he moved out of Long Island to get away from trouble. And the first day I met him, it was because, you know, I sold him some stuff, you know, sold him some trees. It's like, yo, I know you're the guy that DJs and whatever like that. To some, we got him, boy. So he honestly, God, we met off that. And one thing I remember is he didn't sleep with any bed sheets or anything like that because he just got out. He didn't have no bed sheets. So I'm like, yo, you can't be living like a goddamn savage. So this is the same one. I turned to him. I'm like, yo, bro, how much is in there? He's like, that's $1 million. I said, that can't be it. Like, you saw, like, that's when the movie shit broke from my head, because you see like the piles of money and this, that, and the third, whatever. This is the first time it became real. I'm just like, there's no fucking way there's $1 million in that. It's like, I actually have a duffel bag. Hold on.
Hold on.
That's insane. Yeah, you think about it. Yeah, you would think it's a huge amount of money, but if it fits in a duffel bag, that's insane.
Smaller than this. Black.
That's insane. That's
$1 million.
insane.
So that was the first time I'm like, guys, what are we doing? like I
we
don't
just
think we're
moving millies now.
I don't think we're. And he's like, no, that's just to take care of the payment and everything else later. You're not taking care of that. Like we just gotta work on that. I was like, okay.
At least that
Side
wasn't
mission.
my job, right?
Side mission. Went on my regular mission. But not too long after that, started getting followed by the Jakes. Started getting followed by the undercover D's. My car started popping up enough times that they probably built a profile on me. And then this is I told Mikey this situation. This is when I called it quits. I crossed state lines. And when I finally crossed state lines and I was in a room with my, best friend's friend, now my friend because he's the main guy, but his brother, and I'm in a room with a whole bunch of people speaking Spanish, and I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I'm alone, and now they're going to another room, and I don't got nothing on me. I'm just like, oh shit.
You're like, it's like you're way too deep to like leave.
I finally got pretty damn deep because I didn't have to worry about bread. Like his brother was sitting there counting fucking ducats in front of my fucking face. Like, oh, you gotta stop for gas. How much you need? Oh, you need to get toll. Here, take. Didn't even look at the fucking bread.
Didn't even look at it. Just like, here, you take it. Crazy.
Bro. Did 60 the entire fucking way. He's like, all right, so we heading back home, and I'm just like, yo, because I was good until they started shouting in Spanish.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's when you start getting scared.
And I'm dolly in the living room, so I'm just like, my car's downstairs. We're above like a deli. All right. Now you start looking at exit routes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your brain's playing like the escape plan.
And then also my brain's thinking is like, oh, so what if I come back without his brother? Ah, fuck.
Yeah. I'll be like, what'd you do with my brother, bro?
Luckily, nothing happened. This and that third. I did like 85, 90 hitting the way back because we were light. We don't have nothing on us. We just had cash. Get back to the crib, and this is when I said it's over. I sat back, I dropped his brother off. He's like, yo. And this is, mind you, this is the one and only time I met his brother. Ever since then, I've never met his brother. But he said this. He's like, yo, you're a good fucking driver, man. I said, fuck.
You were like, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. He's like, yo, hit me again, man. Take down my number, man. We need niggas like you. I said, fuck.
You're like, I can't even say no, like.
But luckily, a nigga dipped out to Schenectady.
That's when I met him.
Luckily. But the reason I bring that up is a couple different things. So, death. And all his friends. There's a couple different things. There's a reason why I say this is multiple stories in this response. But what's funny is, oh man, I fucking forgot OBS isn't even fucking up. Anyways, all right, we back being live, baby.
I was gonna say you have nothing to worry about. This entire thing is going.
So what's funny is one of my favorite Coldplay albums is Death and All His Friends. And this is springboarding off of what you were saying earlier, Max, is the relationship I have with Death is kind of similar to the way I have my relationship with God. It's kind of like, at the end of the day, whatever I decide isn't up to me. It's whatever happens. Me and Mikey went through a near-death experience.
Shit. Yep.
Where it was kind of like, this is kind of like a myth. Like the myth is, if anything happens to your car in Jamaica, in like the rolling hills, whatever, like you get told this as a kid, you know,
we were in Jamaica at the time.
Whatever happens in the hills, you know, and shit like that, your car is like predestined to fall off a goddamn cliff.
Yep.
And like they don't have any railings.
It's a third world country, so they don't have much for safety.
And for that situation to happen, to where Death is sitting there in the backseat laughing with us because I'm honest to God, like okay, so the situation was my dad's car's brake lines cut out, and we ended up freaking roller coasting down these Jamaican hills and shit like that.
We almost went off a cliff.
And the thing about it was kind of like Mikey's had a near-death experience. I've had a couple near-death experience, but for this to be like a joint near-death experience,
we both. I was like, dude, I told you the Grim's looking at me. He's been looking at me.
And it's like to me, there was a period like for the first 10 seconds for the first 10 seconds it was like, oh shit, this is happening. And I actually remember reaching over to like the emergency brake and I pulled it twice. I pulled it twice. Right. Yeah. And then I looked at my dad and I looked at my dad because he's driving, and I said, yo, dude, we got brakes? And he don't even miss a beat. He's like, no brakes. No brakes.
So I'm in the back seat, and what I do is I just headlock the headrest.
Me and him both headlock the headrest because we didn't have the back seat belts.
Because I was ready to roll.
Hell no.
Yeah, I was ready to roll down that hill, bro. I was like, I'm gonna fucking deathlock this fucking seat,
bro.
When I say my dad has some freaking Ayrton Senna F1, you know what I'm saying? Like it was something I've never seen before. Like he bitched and moaned at me. He bitched and moaned at me when he was teaching me how to drive and shit like that. But I didn't know he was like a goddamn fucking Mario Andretti. Like,
fucking beast. Fucking beast.
Fucking, because all I'm seeing is his hand go like this and that and like this, like on the steering wheel, and for some weird reason, like we're cutting corners and like
we're like drifting around corners. And keep in mind, there's people on the sides of the road.
People on the sides of the road. Then there's like this motorcycle. Like, mind you, this is all momentum down like a downhill. This is motorcycle in front of us. His boy on the right side, he's like, no brakes. The fucking motorcycle nigga looks back and he's like, yeah. So now we turned it into fucking Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift with the fucking motorcycle guy. Right?
It was a fucking movie scene.
This is like 30 seconds, right? So I'm like this, and for some weird reason I look down. Because now I'm just feel, because you know that feeling when you feel like the control of the car or whatever like that, but now you just feel like, oh my god, this is legitimately God happening. Like this is like, you know, because I look down, I'm just like, this is really happening. Like we're gonna die.
Wait,
bro, my ass already accepted it. I was like, this is happening, and I'm surviving.
This is happening. This is happening, and we're gonna die. But you know, at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. But for some weird reason, it's like I did that, and then like I don't know if I said a prayer or whatever like that, but I'm just like, right as he probably realized,
you grabbed your cross. I saw you do this. You said,
bro said, take me.
I said, because for some weird reason, after like the next 5 seconds, because it probably happened to him, and he realized, I'm just like, wait a minute, I think we're good.
Yeah, because I was ready to start rolling down that cliff.
Because yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that one, because after a while, I'm feeling the car still go, and until you feel that little.
Yep. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting
to just tumble roll, because that's what I'm bracing for. Okay, we're not gonna get flipped out the car, right?
Nope. I wasn't going nowhere. That seat was coming with me.
This mofo called my dad, fucking whipped this shit, and then when I look up and I'm like, oh shit, we're still on the road. Holy shit. And then that's when my prayers started switching to just level the fuck out, baby. Now I'm cheering. Now I'm cheering the fuck on. I'm just like, we gonna ride through this. Just level out, baby. Just level out. and the bitch didn't level out for like the next like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It
I
took.
was like, how long are we gonna? And then the moment of truth, we fucking leveled out, and the shit did this. It said, yeah, yeah.
Quite literally,
Oh,
we got out that car, and that was the fastest cigarette we ever smoked in our lives. We were just.
I don't even know how I lit it. I don't even know how I lit it. I
I
don't remember
remember.
lighting it.
I remember
I
it
don't even
perfectly.
remember
I
lighting
remember
it.
it perfectly because I remember what I did. I got out the car. I remember getting. I remember opening the door, almost getting on my knees, taking a breath, and then I look up and I'm looking over the cliff, and I'm like, what the fuck? I turn around, Troy's just like this with a cigarette and a lighter, and he just plops down on the hood and says,
bro, just fucking.
just pulls it. I'm like, yo, give me that right fucking now. Give me that.
That was probably the most satisfying pulls I've
That
ever
was the
had in my
motive.
life.
That was the best cigarette ever. That
And then,
tasted like
and
heaven.
then, and then
Tasted beautiful.
this fucker. Guess who? It's like fucking Desperado or some shit. Because I don't even know when he left the car. My fucking dad is walking away, and niggas is patting him on the back, and niggas is telling, I seen that whole shit.
I seen that whole shit.
Fuck.
Damn.
And
That shit
And
was crazy.
lit up a joint right after. Like I was chiefing. I like right after. Lit up a joint right after. And I'm
We
like,
were chiefing that entire day. I remember that night. We either got twisted or just so fucking high. And it was like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in Jamaica. We were like, thank God. We're
I'm
so
going
here.
back.
I don't disagree. Like y'all literally danced with death.
It's straight.
Like,
Yep.
Tangoed. It's like one of those like
Tango.
like
Tango.
like
And the song
like
just ended before we died. Thank God.
and it was funny. So
dumb ways to die.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful segue. So
Dumb ways to die.
the theme of this eighth album is death. Because I remember talking to Mikey about the short film that I wanted to film. And I thought about a lot.
Be part of that. So
And I thought about it. And I thought about a lot more because the running theme is this: the artist cannot be killed. The form that I'm taking this album in is the artist. The character's name is the artist. He's dressed in all black, okay, suit, top hat, well, not top hat, hat and everything, sunglasses, whatever. And the scene I was describing to Mikey was the cannibal couple scene, where where you cut in and the view of it is these two people talking and they're getting along and everything like that, and then the man says, so what do you think we should do? And then she's like, don't worry about it, I have it handled. And you cut over to Death, the artist, being like, bound up and beaten up and bloodied and things like that. But one of the biggest things I love is the Twilight Zone. And the sick twist is that you can try and kill him. You realize that these people are cannibals, but you can try and kill him. You can try and get rid of him. But he still lives on in some way, shape, or form.
Right. Yeah,
so
that is true.
So the ending scene is, well, in the ending scene for that specific scene is he escapes, gets away, starts a nice little musical number, but he escapes and gets away because in them trying to eat him, they end up eating themselves. They're gluttony. They're a lot of the things that they end up, because they're rich. Oh, this is the thing. This is like in like downtown Manhattan, they're in like a brownstone, whatever like that. Yeah. They're having a nice meal, whatever like that. But they just kidnap this street performer in a suit, and come to find out he's Death. And he's like, all right, well, I guess I got to get out of this shit again. Like shit like that. And that overall theme is kind of where I'm approaching this eighth album, like just from a standpoint. Like I came up with the album art from before, like I'll try and see if I can find it and show y'all niggas. It's probably somewhere on this computer, but the running theme is the threat of my own mortality. and what it means to my music and what it means to everything I'm going through. Am I willing to bear all this shit throughout all this stuff? Because these are the questions that I went through during quarantine, moving over here, turning 33, going through all this shit in my life. And I said, yo, like, if I make an unkillable character, like,
I'd be
like
sick.
You know, and I would want to try and convey that. And that's why I was sitting there saying, like, yo, like, the type of music that I'm doing now, it seems to be more of, okay, you know what you're good at, you know what you're doing, but now can you put the right type of theme into the and the album's title is A Plane to Nowhere.
Yeah.
Like the idea is I'm going somewhere, but where is where? Nowhere. You know, like I'm just putting it out into the ethos and hoping for the best situation, you know. Like and like I was telling Mikey the other day, one of the lyrics that put me over the top lately has been the one where I talk about, you know, me getting sexually assaulted. And that was one of the things I had to start to learn to cope with, because I'm just like, oh yeah, it's okay, but I'm gonna drink the pain away and do it until my lungs feel high, whatever line it was. But it, like, you know, I do these things because of X, Y, and Z, and this happened to me. So I'm gonna convey to you, because what's so funny about the song that's popping off right now, I can see what playlists it gets put into in Spotify. And I seen that a lot of people in Italy, Germany, Netherlands, you know, America here and there put it in stuff. But I noticed they put it in sad boy hours playlist, motivation playlist, depression playlist. I remember telling Mikey this earlier. It's in playlists that people are going through some shit. And when I realized that my most popular song is a song that people are using to motivate and get themselves through the day, apparently, you know, because they're not gonna fucking stop listening to the shit. I found that vein, and I said, yo, don't be mad that it comes out in a certain way where you might not be like, oh well, that's pretty depressive. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to, you know, understand what you're going through. But even like I was telling you guys during the podcast, it's like, yo, if this helps you have a blueprint of surviving through that shit, then I did my job.
That's exactly it.
You help someone.
My therapist said that what I go through is transitional anxiety and with the panic attacks and stuff. God bless the fact that I haven't had panic attacks for a while, but she said that I've gotten in such a mode, and when she put it in this term, she's like, you went through about 29 years of trying to survive and operating on survival. The one time that you don't have to think about it and you're actually doing well for yourself, you're doing better for yourself, it fucked you. That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Like, you know, so don't be mad at yourself, because I told her like, yo, this is when I moved to Houston. I told her like, yo, I don't know how to feel it feels living in the suburbs. It feels weird to me. Living in a gated community, it feels fucking weird to me.
Yeah, you're like, bro, I'm black, like like that.
Like, fuck you mean? Like, I'm saying, like, fuck you mean? Like, I'm over here thinking, I'm like, that gate, I could hop that gate. I could skip that shit. They better fucking raise that shit. The fuck you think you gonna stop thinking like me?
Raise that shit to 20 feet. Fuck you mean?
You gonna stop me? I'm better than these Mexicans out here, bro. Like, fuck. I'm hopping these shits. You know.
Oh my god, just skipping away.
So what was so funny for me? So what was so funny for me was the whole concept, because like I said, this story has a pretty bad ending to it, because I've been telling you so much about one of my best friends that he passed, you know, during COVID.
Yeah.
And that really hit.
Yeah,
like
that hits you hard.
My condolences.
Like, thank you. I mean, Javen John Beckles, you know, wonderful guy, wonderful spirit, wonderful person. You know, like the full package, like legitimately the full package. You know what I'm saying? And the number one person, like one of the number one person, I'm just like, if we ever gotten a tour, like him opening or him just doing some shit with fucking just mob. It's like one of those, like, you could joke about it and say, yeah, I have a friend that can do some shit. But I said, yo, I have a friend that can do some shit.
like some crazy shit, right?
Like some crazy shit. And the worst part is, it's not even about the lyrics with him. It's the fact that he can get all the bitches.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. It's like you know a guy that can naturally get the bitches. It's like, oh my god, that's like one of them. Fuck, man.
Just get
because
them all good.
Because like I was telling Mikey, it's like I feel like one of the biggest things I struggle with is trying to collab and have a team, and you know, and work with people.
That's why I've been pushing you too. I'm pushing you. Like
I'd be annoyed. I'd be annoyed at your shit, but like I said, bro, like my anxiety.
But I fucking hate you, Mikey. But I love you.
My fucking anxiety, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. You know.
Yeah.
No, believe me, I like 100% my fault. But I relate a big on the anxiety thing. My anxiety holds me back from a lot of things,
as it does with a lot of people. I mean, countless.
You know. And it's tough because, like I said from before, like I feel like I still operate and I still roll around sitting there saying, yo, I have a dream. You know, I have a lot of different things that I work on my day-to-day basis, but at the same time, like I'm not stopped. Like,
and everybody's anxieties are two different extremes. Like like my anxiety is probably nothing compared to maybe you guys, you know, that type of shit. Like
and that's the thing I learned too about getting sober. Like, it's not so I hear all these stories and like AA and NA and like in rehab, there's people from prison in rehab. It's like it's never a competition about whose life triggered their fucking mental the worst, because we are, like you said, we all have our own extremes to how our brain processes anxiety. And we feel the same anxiety, but we have different levels of triggers, and that doesn't mean no one's better. It's just different things trigger our same anxiety, and and that's where we relate on an aspect of mental health. We know that feeling of anxiety, depression, all that other shit,
rage, all of that. Absolutely,
we all feel it. And everyone just has different.
That's why we're part of that generation. We're part of that generation that has to kind of come together and be like, "Yo, just because we're men, it doesn't mean we can't talk about our goddamn problems."
Yeah,
I think God willing, God blessing, give it 30, maybe 40 years. If the world don't end, we're good.
Yeah,
we're good, because even when I think about it now, with dealing with all these fuck niggas in their pools and shit like that, they're old. They're at least over 60, 70 and shit.
Exactly.
And I said, and I keep on trying to relate to try and be in their shoes, because I'm like, yo, you never saw any of this shit coming, did you?
No.
You didn't see any of this shit coming.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Sticker
it's
shock.
like sticker shock. I like at the end of the day, one on one, you talking to a black man.
Inflation.
You talking to a black man, okay? You got a cell phone in your hand that you know how to use. Okay, you don't know up from down. You don't know how your Tesla works.
Shit.
All right.
You don't know how to do
and
shit.
now your grandbaby's talking about you racist. How you dealing with shit, mama? like, yo, I had an old white lady cry in Texas, because she's like, yeah, but it wasn't white back then, and you know, we didn't know all that much about it. I'm just like, I understand. In the back of my head, my persona's cackling. He's like, yeah, come up, it's come, you little white bitch. Yeah, all the malt milkshakes and everything come back to haunt you now, bitch. Segregation, Jim Crow ass bitch. Like, your grandbaby looking at you different.
Your grandbaby ain't the same color as you no more, bitch.
They don't same color. They all teaching them in the education system how evil you was. Yes.
Hey, but
that's facts,
on that,
though. That's
real
facts.
quick. Real quick on that note, I do apologize. I got work at 6 a.m., so I'm gonna have to disband from this. But I appreciate y'all for
Got you, man.
letting me be a part of this. It was a very humbling and nice experience, and I appreciate meeting you, DJ Troy.
Thank you, Max. Thank you, Scythe. Appreciate you, man. Yo, if you got any music or you got any work to send me, anything like that, we can definitely try to collab. The album's not finished. All in all, the album is not even close to being finished right now.
I am always down to do anything. I just like I told Mikey, like we were supposed to hang out. We're probably gonna hang out this weekend for sure, like hit the gym and shit. But like, yeah, I'm just going to. Oh, and long story short, I moved out here for a sitch. You know what I mean? And shit fell apart, and so. I'm just getting my shit, getting back on my feet again. So I'm about ready to start doing the damn thing. You know?
That's all you can do, bro. That's all you can do.
All you
know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, you gonna get up. You gonna link up, bro.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I'll get my socials and your socials and shit from Mikey. I'll have him text me when you guys are done.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
All right.
Peace, man.
All right.
Good night.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Peace.
Yes, sir. Going
what
on
time
into
are we
late
at now? No, we are. It's 2.5 hours. Great job. Great job, guys. Fucking knew it.
You over here making me spread out my life.
I'm a fucking Tom Parker, but the good one that doesn't gamble.
Admiral.
I said that. You damn right. And I don't have a stupid ass accent, and I am from America. So we Gucci.
We looked at your records, Colonel. You've never been in the army.
Yeah, check my records. I'm clean.
Oh man,
I'm clean as a baby's bottom.
No, that was good. That was good. How old is Max?
Tyler, 25.
20.
Yeah.
25. Okay. I'm glad
Jesus Christ.
Yep. So he's your age when I met you. That's crazy. Man. That's crazy.
And then two more years until I reach middle age. Oh man.
You still got a whole nother 30 years. You still got another lifetime, boy.